What's up, YouTube? And welcome to KangBrosTV. Liverpool 2, Tottenham 2. Now, I don't know how the fuck to feel right now. I don't know whether to feel happy. I don't know if to feel sad. I don't feel I've been robbed. If I've been butt-fucked by Mandingo. If I should slap you. I don't know how to feel right about now about this game, yeah? I don't even know where to start. Like, when after the game was done, I was thinking, where should I start this video? I was thinking, should I start with the dive by Kane? Should I start with the ref, the fat little prick with an IQ of 2? Should I start with, what's his name? The guy who dived for Tottenham, like he'd been shot by a sniper from Call of Duty. I don't know. What about the linesman who did a little fist pump as if he was Djokovic at Wimbledon? What the fuck? I was like, where do I begin with this game? Now, we have to start somewhere. And let's just start with 2-2. Is that a fair reflection on the game? Do you think that is a fair result for both teams and that both teams will be happy with that?
I think the way it's all sort of panned out, like, you know, the timings and all, it does feel like we've lost, and it doesn't feel like it's justified or just like a just result. But I think first half, I think we were the better side. I think, you know, we deserved more out of the game
100%.
from that performance.
Yeah.
But second half, I think we started to tire. I think that there was, I think the midfield in the second half looked as if they were a little bit off it, but Liverpool do ask their midfielders to work. Like, I guess the way that they play, they have to work almost overtime because of the kind of way that they're trying to play or whatever.
Definitely.
But I think, like, if you actually look back at it now, you think 2-2, you think, yeah, like, you know, I guess it's fair, we'll take it, whatever. But it's just, I think it's the fact that we conceded so late, after scoring so late to go up, it feels like you've been robbed. But
yeah, I mean, if you ask any Liverpool player right in the dressing room now, they're going to be pissed. They're not going to be happy with that 2-2 result. Like you said, we were leading in the 92nd minute. But for me, the first half we bossed it. Tottenham never looked like scoring. If you're a Tottenham fan watching this and you believe that you was going to score, you're just chatting shit to yourself. And I think even in the second half, yes, we tired. We can't play full throttle for the whole 90 minutes. There was going to be a time where Tottenham were going to have the ball. And they had the ball, but even then, they never looked like they were actually going to score. They looked like they were pressing and had all the ball.
But what I'll say to you is,
go on.
If you're a Tottenham fan,
yeah,
or if you're Pochettino now,
yeah,
what you just said,
yeah,
surely that's their game plan, wasn't it?
What's that?
So what, they're going to tire, and then we'll come on strong. So if anything, you got to look at it and think, as much as don't get me wrong,
go on.
Like it frustrates me to say that, but you probably think to yourself, there is no way Liverpool are going to keep this up for 90 minutes. There's no way. So they're looking to capitalise on that when Liverpool start to tire. The only thing that annoys me is that when you're up, when you're playing well and you're like dominating the game, Liverpool got to be more cutthroat as far as I'm concerned. There's too much pissing about, like, you know, like when you're in possession of the ball, you should be putting people under a lot of, you should be looking to score, you take as many opportunities as you can, capitalise when you're hot. Yeah. Because it's football at that league, at that level, people will come on strong later in the game, they will have their spells and they will have their moments. I just think that.
I get your point about Tottenham and their plan, but the thing is, they weren't creating any chances. There was no actual chances for them to score, apart from where the first goal came from. So, for me, and like you said, it's after you've had that, the ball and the attacking, you need to be able to manage the game, right? So you need a player who can get the ball and dictate the play. Keep hold of the ball. If you're not going to be able to run full throttle all throughout the whole 90 minutes, we don't have that player. That's my point. We took off Henderson and Milner, and I think they were playing really well at the time.
Who, by the way, and I'd be interested to hear what other people's thoughts are as well on this. Yeah. But I thought Milner was very, very good.
I know people out there who hate Milner. You can't gun the guy. I know he's a veteran in the game, but he showed it why he's a veteran in the game, because he was all over the place and he was bossing the game in certain areas.
Yeah, I thought he was really good.
And we have a subscriber who always mentions about Milner left back. We personally don't agree with that one, but in midfield he's doing it. He's actually, he should be playing, and that's where we needed somebody to actually take hold of the game. And we just didn't have that. When we took Henderson and Milner off, that was it. After that, it was all Tottenham on top. And we would give full credit to that.
If there's one thing that's been bugging me ever since that the final whistle was the first goal, Wanyama strike. Don't get me wrong, yeah, that's an absolute zing. Absolute zing.
Yeah, but who's to blame?
That's my point. That's what I'm getting at, yeah?
Go on.
Goalkeeper, I don't care. People was like, oh yeah, he punched it. You should. There's no reason for you to be punching that. That was a real timid ball into the box. If you want my personal opinion, as someone who, as a defender, that when I've played at the back and my goalkeeper comes and catches the ball there, I'm thinking to myself, it calms me down, it settles me down. If you're gonna punch it, why are you punching it right back into the mixer for? So for me, it starts with the goalkeeper. That's bullshit. Emre Can, yeah, when he's kicked the ball up, that little flick that he tried to do, what are you doing, bruv? What are you doing? I'm not taking anything away from the zing. Yeah, that was an absolute zing. Top bins, fair play, hats off, Wanyama. You ain't never doing that again. Yeah, but there's two opportunities there that could have been avoided from the goalkeeper and then Emre Can. That little fucking stupid throwing a leg out. That for me ain't good enough. Those two points for me. The blame starts at the goalkeeper or Emre Can. The zing's a zing. You stick it in the top bin, check it in the top bin.
Listen, Karius, yeah, he had a great game. He made big saves. He made a penalty save, and then he punches the ball out 33 yards outside of his goal. No, I'm not having that. You can't blame Karius for everything. Now, for me, if he did a shit punch, and it was straight to Tottenham player.
Why are you punching it there?
But he's punched it far, far away. They're trained to do that. They're trained to do that. No, I'm not. For me, okay, look, that's his opinion on that. My opinion is this: Karius had a great game. He had some big saves, and he saved a big penalty for us, right? Now, for me, he's punched the ball as far as he can. Now, there's Emre there who fucks it up. Then, for me, I want to put blame on Ox because Ox is when Yama runs around Ox to score that goal. So what's Ox doing right now? Are you snoozing? I know you're going to say that he'll be trying to go to the attack, but he's your man. When you're defensively, you should be thinking second ball, third ball. Klopp always talks about second and third ball. And that's what happened again. Tottenham didn't look like scoring at that stage. So Emre fucked up. And then Ox, for me, I'm sorry, when he came on, he was dog shit. He was complete dog shit. I can't remember one thing that Ox did which was decent. If you people disagree with me, let me know. Because Ox, if you want to get into this team, you need to start performing. Because that was your chance. Take control of the game, do something. Fucked it up for me all over the pitch. Not just that one mistake. For me, I think Ox is to blame and Emre is to blame. I wouldn't blame Karius for that. No. I mean, Karius came on afterwards, right? This is the joke thing. They came and brought him in afterwards. And he in the interview goes, I don't think this is a goalkeeper mistake. That he actually... Now, you disagree with it, right? You've been in goal. He's been in goal in 11-a-side, whatever. And for me, I've never been in goal, so I don't even know. So... To wrap down the budget, so what is your take on it? You think that should be a catch?
You should be catching that and taking a sting out of the game. Catch the ball because it's the thing is it's not like he's actually been challenged either. It's not like he was challenged. The ball came in at a fucking real slow pace. It's not like it was zinged in. It wasn't like it was fizzed in. It was at that point catch the ball, lie down, take the thing out of the game, get up slowly. Move the game on. Control the game. That's why I think you can say what you want about Ox, and yeah, to a certain extent, you're probably right. I think for him, I don't think he was expecting for it to pan out how it did.
At this level, you can't expect this shit, bro.
But listen, I'm just you asked my question. My opinion. I'm giving you my opinion. I don't think that Ox is as with Ox kind of it is what it is. You're almost saying to yourself, go on. I dare you to shoot from there. There's no way you score. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's almost like when Yama, even Gary Neville, I think he said it was like, oh, don't shoot, and then he stuck it in the top bins. That's a freak. It's a freak hit. And even in Ox's defence, I just think that you almost said to yourself, you know what? When Yama's running onto this, go on. Do you know what I mean? Do your worst almost. But I just think that as a goalkeeper, you've got to catch that. You've got to be catching that. It's unchallenged. And if you are going to punch it, if you are going to punch the ball, you've got to think about where you're punching the ball, not right into the mixer. Not right back into the middle to actually encourage the shot. Although, like I said, it's I sound like I'm contradicting myself, but you almost say go and have a shot from there, do your worst. Yeah. But you should be punching it. You should be punching it out. So that's my opinions on it.
All right. So let's move on to the second goal. Right. So we're 2-1 up, and then is there anyone to blame for this goal? Now, leading up to it as well, and whatever happened afterwards, is there anyone to blame for the second goal? Like Van Dijk, they're saying it's a penalty. For me. In real time, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was a penalty. When I saw him drop to the floor, like I said, as if he's been shot by a sniper, I thought, oh shit, it's a penalty. But then ref didn't give it. And when I watched the slow motions, and obviously the ref doesn't have that, and ref didn't give it in real time, and he didn't have the slow motions, it doesn't look like a penalty to me. Because he's actually pulled out of the challenge, and he hasn't wiped the defender out. He can't see the defender. So, the little fucker, linesman, who wanted to get involved in the game for some whatever reason, doing a little fist pump, when the ref hasn't given it, for me, it's a hard one because in real time it looked like a penalty to me. So I can't really say. And I think, I don't know what you want to say. I mean, it's a pen.
It's a pen.
In real time or both time? Both ways?
It's just a pen. It's a penalty. That's right. Like, obviously, that's your opinion. You think that, and like, it is tough as a Liverpool fan to accept it. But you have to be honest. It's a pen. He has over-exaggerated it. He has, but he's got the penalty. It is a foul. It's clumsy. It's a clumsy thing to do. I know that he hasn't meant to. He hasn't seen him or whatever. But that's clever forward play. It's a pen. As much as it hurts to admit it, and I was at the time I was like, it's not a pen. It's not a pen. That is going to be a foul anywhere else on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? It is a foul. Someone else is going to give that as a foul at the centre circle. So if it's in the penalty box, it's a foul. It's a penalty. It's annoying and it's soft, but I think it's a pen. That's my personal take on it.
Okay, and then a small detail I picked up on, and people are going to say the only reason you picked up on it is because Emre. But for that throw-in, Emre wins a little battle he had with the player there, and then he puts it into row Z right next to the corner flag, whatever, to our goal. Now, he has a couple of options there. He can actually take the ball and shield it off and just waste time in the corner. He can actually kick it all the way down the line, or he can put it in row Z. Now, I'm not saying he made the complete wrong decision, because they do say that, right? They say blast it in row Z. That's what he did, and everyone was pumped. But if you look at the small details, there are a couple of options that he could have done. Do you blame Emre for that, or do you think it's harsh?
I think that's very harsh. I think, like you say, you always say stick it into row Z whenever you play football, stick it into row Z. I know what you're saying about, can you shield the ball? Can you stand there? Can
put
you
it in channel?
Yeah, but I think you got to think of that, like, it's a very quick thing. You got to make a decision, haven't you? You got to make a decision on the spot. Now, if he tries to shield it and loses the ball there, let's just say for argument's sake, worst case scenario, he will be getting flipping rinsed. Because you'll be like, what are you doing? Stick it into row Z.
Yeah.
The other thing is you could try and clip it down the line. But let's just say you clip it down the line when you're penned into your own half. Unless you're going to turn them, and from that position that he was, I don't think he would be able to get the distance or elevation to go the other way. So I think you're nitpicking there, and I don't think that's very fair. Yeah. So I think he's done the right thing by taking it to row Z. The only thing I would say is maybe wait for a little longer, as in like draw somebody and then kick it to row Z if you're nitpicking. But I don't think that is the case. I don't think you can look too much into that. I just think that it's a shame that we can't control a game. We can't see a game off, and we're 2-1 up with like minutes to spare. And in his defence, I imagine that when he kicked it into row Z, he thought the final whistle was going to go. So I don't think you can hold any blame for that, and I think that's a bit harsh.
No, that's fair, and I admit that. So that is very, very, very nitpicking. But this, we have to look at whatever the build up to the goal.
One thing I will say to you is, and I put this to anybody else out there, maybe I'm baffled or maybe I'm deluded, but that penalty that the one that got given when the first one that he missed, can someone explain to me why that's not offside? I know that there's someone I was watching. I was reading something about it afterwards. It was about like, oh, the law has it, or technically, if he touched the ball, as soon as that ball is played, he's in an offside position.
Done.
Lovren, the fuck was that? Yeah, do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. If that was onside, and he did that, you would be slating Lovren to what the fuck. I don't really get what he's done there. I don't get it. It's not like it was like, again, it's not like it's been fizzed through, or it was like it's eye of a needle pass. It was actually, you're just like, what the fuck are you doing? That's what literally going to my mind. But that's got to be offside. I know he's missed it, and there's like justice. You can turn around and be like, okay, well, it's karma, all that bullshit. But that should be. I'm like, that's a poor decision. Yeah,
it's a poor decision. I know you think that Kane dived, right? And you don't think that's but come on, man. If there's a touch there, as long as you feel a touch, you're going to go down.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I believe you dive, but it's like a professional dive. That's what you want to call it, right? Because if a Liverpool player does that, or any other striker does that for a team, you are going to be calling for that. 100%.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm not going to argue that. That is a penalty for me. But it's what happens before that. Like you said, that should be nipped in the bud. It shouldn't even get there because it's offside. So, and the linesman, he had the audacity to call Matey over and say, if Lovren's touched it, then it's not offside. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would love for someone to explain to me, or in the comments or whatever, explain to me what the law is. Because as far as I'm concerned, when the ball is played, whether he's touched it or not,
he's off.
He's offside because he's interfering with play. When the ball was played, whether Lovren's touched it or not, when the ball's played, the mate is offside. That's nipped in the bud. Boom, done, finished. And then obviously, Lovren's fucking mad shit. I don't know what he's doing there. I just can't even get my head around what he's actually done there. But yeah, like for me, it's just that's just such a mad episode, and that is the reason why Liverpool won't win the league or won't be contenders to win leagues, because they do dumb shit like that. Their players do dumb shit.
I mean, that's the thing is though, Liverpool's defensive performance in this game was actually very good. Van Dijk had a fantastic game. If you watched it carefully, all the clearances, all the encounters he had one-on-ones with people, he was very, very solid. He was very good.
But they've shipped 2 goals. So I don't like this is what
so what, you're blaming the defence for these goals?
I'm not single-handedly blaming the defence, but you've just got to be honest with yourself. They might have had great games or they've done really well, but they've shipped 2 goals.
But it's not their fault. It's not their fault. So how are you going to blame the defenders? So the first goal is not the defender's fault. It's a goalkeeper or midfielders.
If you didn't watch that game, right, you're going to look at it, you're going to see the result, and you're going to be like, they've shipped 2 goals, right? So you can I know it's a really cutthroat way of looking at it, but that's what you've got to be. If you've got ambitions to win titles, you say what you want about Mourinho's sides, you can say what you want about Jose Mourinho's sides. What does he do when he first goes into a side? Sort the back. Sort the defence out, make sure you don't ship goals. Doesn't matter how boring or how placid their performances are, they don't ship goals and we'll nick one at the other end. Right? At the moment, I don't see us doing that. Like at 2-1 at injury time, that game should be dead, and it wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just being I'm being overly critical. That's the way you've got to look at it. If you've got any ambitions to win leagues or compete, you've got to make sure that the back door is shut. And for us, I don't think it ever feels shut. I just feel like anybody can get a goal at any point because I just feel that there's always a chance. That Lovren situation, that Lovren mistake. Where's it come from? Like, you know, I know he's offside or whatever, but what are you doing?
Just nothing.
Do you know what I mean? What are you doing? I'm ranting and I'm raging about it, but it's just, for me, our back door's never shut.
Okay. All right, let's move on to your boy, Jon Moss. Now, he had a fucking shit game throughout the whole game. I'm pretty sure Liverpool fans would agree. Throughout the whole game, he gave us fuck all. The whole game. And then, now that you've seen it, you've seen the subtitles to what the conversation was going, he basically just went, oh, so have you got any support on the... no? Okay. Oh, fuck it, I'm giving it. What? Is that it?
The only thing that baffled me is that, so are they using VAR?
No, so who's he calling for?
So who are you asking TV for, bro? Do you know what I mean? Who are you asking? Oh, did it get you on the TV? What do you mean, bro?
Exactly, he shut it. So basically, he didn't know what to give, and he's thought, fuck it, I'm giving anyway. So... yeah, it was a poor performance on his part, and I do feel, and I hope that there are backlashes or repercussions for that. I know that you're always going to try and stick by him because referees are doing the job and but that was, I mean, shambolic, isn't it, really? When you listen to the dialogue between the two, it's actually shambolic. It's disgraceful. Yeah. And the linesman, to me, it seemed like he just wanted to get involved in the game, but you're saying it's a definite penalty, so... It is a penalty. Okay. Come on, I think you've got to be honest with yourself. Yeah. It's a penalty. Yeah, no, I said it. In real time, it looked like a penalty to me. I thought, oh, fuck, we fucked it. And then when he didn't give it, and then, obviously, the whole thing, and the lines... what's the fist pump about? What? Just because he thinks he got the decision right, or he's won on the betting odds? What? What's he fist pumping for? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. It's not ideal. Right. That wasn't ideal.
All right, let's just calm this down now, yeah? And let's get on to the pluses. Mo Salah.
He's nuts, bro. He's nuts.
He's mad. Now, people I think it was Ian Wright who said it, yeah? He resembles Messi in some aspects. He's not stupid. He's not saying he's fucking Messi, but he's saying some certain things he does, the way he shifts the ball, the way he goes in and out of players. Now that goal, for me, only a certain few players can do that. Messi's one of them. I don't know, maybe Hazard or someone or Neymar. But that is up there. When I saw that goal happen, I went nuts. I went mad. Seriously. Now, for me, I mean, that second goal.
It is madness, and like, I keep hearing things about Real Madrid.
and their attack is cack at the moment.
Yeah, and listen, the thing is that the most annoying thing is that if he went to Real Madrid, you know it's going to be the Coutinho levels, the money, right?
Yeah.
But you can't actually argue with it, can you? Do you know what I mean? As a Liverpool fan, be real. You've got to be honest, and I know I'm probably going to upset people when I say that, but you've got to be honest. If Real Madrid come knocking, the chances are you're going to go. Just like Barcelona, if they come knocking, the chances are that he will go.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, they actually said that they want Poch as well. So I can just sort of see it happening. Poch go in there, taking Kane with him, and say, you know what, bring Mohamed as well. But
I think the thing about the Messi comparison, you're right. I know that leaves us open to get hammered by some people, which is fine.
We're not saying, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he is Messi, but there's things that he does are Messi-esque. The low centre of gravity. The guy hit the ball, he appealed for a penalty, right? And he was still the quickest to get the ball after on the other side, and then do mad shit and score. So it was a great bit of work, individual brilliance. Being overly critical, I do think he needs to be a little bit more clinical. I know that sounds outrageous. Do you know what I mean? It sounds outrageous because he does miss...
From the guy who scored the fastest 20 goals, I think, for Liverpool.
Do you know what I mean? But that's a credit to him to say that, you know, he's still, you know, fair play to you for doing that. But if you're going to be critical, you got to think, to go to the next level, he's got to be a little bit more clinical and not miss as many chances. Which, again, probably leads myself to get hammered by people, which is fine. Yeah. But that's just an opinion.
Yeah, I mean, this guy has scored 20 goals for Liverpool, the fastest ever. He's beaten Suarez, Torres, Sturridge, you name it. Fowler. I mean, these are some serious strikers. And all Liverpool fans know these. Even not only Liverpool fans, like fans worldwide. We're talking about Luis Suarez, Torres. These guys are serious strikers. And this guy's not even a striker. This is what people seem to forget. He's not a striker. Do you know what I mean? He's a midfielder, and he's been scoring goals like this. It's just nuts. So, you know, hats off to Mo Salah. Right, that's unbelievable. And then, so, man of the match performances. I mean, were there any standout performances for you that you saw? From what you saw,
I really liked. Again, I'll go back to it. I think the man of the match for us would obviously be Salah. He's the, you know, because he was the man that was influential in us getting 2 goals and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think performance-wise, again, it's an opinion, but I think that I thought James Milner was one of our best players. And it's nuts to say that with all the money that's spent and we got him on a free and whatnot. Rare. He was, I think, probably the standout performance for me. That's my personal take on it.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Milner had a great game. And also, I want a big shout out to Arnold. Some of the stuff some of the stuff that he was doing, some of the crosses that he's whipping in, and there's a few subscribers that mentioned it as well, is that the crosses that he gets in, the attacking option that he gives us is very, very good. So, big shout out to Arnie, who played brilliantly. So, there's out of those guys for man of the match. Now that we've calmed down, just to finish this off, right? This is something that came up on the news. Southgate. He sat watching the Super Bowl final when Liverpool were playing Tottenham. Now, I just want to take away from the game itself, but what the fuck is he doing watching the Super Bowl? You might be manager for only a few months or a year, and your World Cup is coming, and you're going to watch the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's going to happen every year. You can go watch it when you're about 50, 60, whatever you want to do. Your priority right now is England. So what the fuck are you doing watching the Super Bowl? Do you agree with that or not?
No, I get it. It's dumb, but I think it's probably more like a publicity thing. Is it Wembley?
What?
Where was the Super Bowl?
I don't even know where the Super Bowl. Well, I don't care.
But yeah, its priority should be England. If there's people like, for example, Arnie, for argument's sake, if Arnie's playing and he's playing well, you're not going. You should be going to watch that first time because he could be a wild card for the World Cup. I don't think he will be, but you know what I mean. He's an English player. It's a big game in the English Premier League. Whatever, but yeah, listen, each to their own, I guess. So anyway, all the people that have watched this video, I mean, let us know your opinions. Not just Liverpool fans, Tottenham fans as well, because I know you're probably thinking our opinions are probably biased and you think the penalties and everything was right and you deserve to have that 2-2. And fans who are just neutrals, let us know what you thought about the game and if you think we were chatting shit, basically. So look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks. Peace.